Hi, today I thought I'd take a look at a Star Trek coloring book from the 1970s. The 70s is probably my favorite era of Star Trek. I know you're probably thinking nothing happened in the 70s. Well, they had the Saturday morning cartoon show, but beyond that, this is when everyone started realizing that Star Trek was an exciting thing for kids. Kids were watching the series in syndication and all sorts of different kinds of products came out for Star Trek, like coloring books. The Mego toys were huge, and Star Trek toys were bigger then than they've ever been since. Those are collectible, yet the Playmate stuff isn't. Um, and the cartoon show and all sorts of different kinds of like toys, rack toys, flying enterprises with the propellers and stuff, all sorts of great stuff. So it's a fun time to be a Star Trek fan in this time, and this is what led to um, the corporatization of Star Trek with the movies and the new TV shows and stuff and all that stuff. So this groundswell is where that came from, at least in my opinion. So the thing about coloring books is that they usually had their own stories in them, which is kind of fun, and it's something that people tend to forget and overlook. So here's the art here, and here's a live action shot of Spock and Kirk. I think that's Chapel, I'm not sure. And this is 1978, Paramount, 1966 as well. So this probably came out around the time that the movie was in production and people were really hyped up for that. And here's the same thing with a barcode over Spock's face. Disrespectful. Okay, let's take a look at this. And this thing hasn't been colored in or anything. So Planet Ecnal's Dilemma coloring book. You see Spock in a little lab there. And it's funny, like labs in the Star Trek era still look like labs with test tubes and stuff like that. 1978, Whitman Golden Limited, Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. So here are character pages you can color. First, the Enterprise. Captain Kirk looking nothing like William Shatner. There's the back of Uhura's head. Spock being caught off guard here. Newman Rand and Lieutenant Uhura. That's pretty good likeness. Mr. Scott and Sulu. I'm assuming that's Scotty. Yeah, it kind of looks like him. Dr. McCoy and Nurse Chapel. Captain's log stardate 7000. He would say 7000. We depart for planet Ecnal. Class M status immediately. So this is a nice 2-page spread of the characters here. You can color them all in and stuff. It's great. I hadn't realized that the Enterprise had a tiled floor, like a bathroom. Beam us down to the planet, Scotty. So here we go. So it's probably Rand there in that shot here. And Scotty here. So here's the aliens. Welcome, friends. A sadness is sweeping our land. So looking over the land, you can color it all in. But maybe read the rest of the story before you do that. Color is leaving us. Plant life is dying. I love how they put in the coloring aspect into the story. That's pretty cool. So all these plants are dying and stuff. You must help us. We'll do what we can. They begin to investigate. So it's cool that, like, these stories were still Star Trek-ish. They're not running around, like, shooting aliens in the face, right? Like action and stuff. They're solving a dilemma. This computer unit will analyze these specimens. I'll get a sample of this. It's like this bubbling water. See, they're exploring. And they're flying around the Galileo. We'll get wide-range readings with this equipment. That's cool. And these guys have a cool little craft of their own. This is why I like this era, because like there's still a lot of fun imagination at play along with the problem solving and stuff of Star Trek. This could have been a cool toy. Even our animal life is endangered. So here you can color in animal life and stuff. Very cartoony looking guys. The Galileo and everything. Galileo is generally white, so I don't know what you'd color it here. So here's more dudes. And they're flying on a road, which I thought was funny. Like you could fly anywhere you want to. There's a shaggy monster that they're filming here. They parked on the road and blocked these guys, while Rand, tends to these aliens here. Now to find what is causing this, so they go to, I guess, like a makeshift Federation laboratory. And Spock is figuring stuff out in the lab. I guess he's like analyzing the sample he took. Aha, aliens at work. Artificially induced effects. Dun dun dun! Very big word, so a kid would be like impressed by this. Like, oh, artificially induced effects. We'll find the source on our scanner. Like all this crazy math here. And you could color these guys whatever you want, because they're aliens that never really existed elsewhere in Star Trek that I know of. There they are. Leros. So there's another ship there. It looks like they're trying to replenish their power supply. I have obtained contact, Captain. Ecnal endangered. Cease activity at once. No, it's you or us. So these guys are like lion men or something. Or like tiger guys. Maybe we can help them. I assume my calculations are correct, Captain. So they've figured out something. We're going to see it in play here. Get it in close. So, like, there's this cool story going on. You can color in all this stuff. It's neat. We'll fire first. So they're going to... This plan really hinges on them shooting at this thing. So the captain's plan in action. They shoot the thing, and it bounces back to them. The alien ship's power supply is replenished because it radiated the power of that blast back to them and replenished their power supply. Thank you all. See, they resolved the issue without having to shoot anyone in the face, right? Here, we are sorry for our desperation. Please take these tokens. So they give them these crazy-looking plants. These flowers are from our once lovely planet, but the killing rains came, so like acid rain, basically. So it's an environmental message. We were sent to find a solution. This should help your people. So he gives them like the thing that they can shoot at and like replenish their their power and all that. So they fly off. Come, let's celebrate. And you can color in all the weird food. You can make this a rainbow thing if you want, like all sorts of stuff here. Pretty neat. Here their other different aliens are playing stuff. This guy's made up of a horn. So that's cool. Dancing women, because it's not Star Trek without dancing women. And here's a juggler dude you could color in. That's neat. And here like Kirk and Rand are singing, I guess. We'll return you to your ship. They come back with the plant, a symbol of intergalactic friendship flowering. And it's not like sinister or anything, like, you know, unleashes spores on them or something. It's just a symbol of peace. Things return to normal on the Enterprise. So everyone's posing here on the bridge, and the Enterprise flies off. Very basic rendering of the Enterprise, but, you know, it serves the purpose of the coloring book. Here's repeat pages from before. I remember this happening every so often in coloring books just to pad out the the book. And here's a nice clean character group shot here of McCoy, Uhura, Spock, and Kirk. And there you have it. Star Trek coloring book from the late 70s, back when kids were really, really into Star Trek, along with everything else. Hope you enjoyed this. Take care.